Did I say that wrong?
I actually, quite young, I had an opportunity to go to a performing arts high school, and I went there, and I think it was in Houston, and
What is this, equal opportunity for performing arts school?
Yeah. It was great, actually, because I learned about different types of people and how everyone can create in a different way, whether it be through media, a dance department, music, acting. So it was great for everyone to come together and try to put on a musical once a year, even though I didn't get cast.
Never? Never? No.
I had one role, but it was all right.
Yeah.
I actually caught you on television the other day.
What was I doing?
It was one of those crime shows.
You didn't see that.
I saw that.
You saw it? Oh, no. I look at Rob.
She's going, no, he didn't see it. He wasn't there.
Was that the FBI story?
Renee? And she's going, you know what? She's playing a hooker, undercover cop. How come you're...
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was
awful.
awful.
I can't seem to get arrested today.
Oh, man.
So goes our careers.
God, yeah, that was it.
You both seem very emotionally in tune when you work together. How do actors support each other in a scene?
Listen to one another. It's just talking to one another and making every situation real to you. And your first inclination when you're new to this kind of a script is to treat it like high drama, big goofy situation, but that's, I found, the wrong approach. You've got to pretend that this is just as natural as can be, that one of us is going to get crucified, and then and then you get reincarnated and become my child,
and then you're going to be eaten by crabs.
And then I'll get eaten by rats.
But it was
really good.
But it's so true. We came and we just looked at each event and said, how does this relate to us? What are we going to lose personally? And if this were, and if we were in this position, and we just kept it, kept it as real as possible. If people would come in and they would want the characters to be a caricature, then I remember, especially Lucy, she said, what we try to do is find the heart in the show and keep it as real as possible. And it seemed to work.
Yeah. Look for the love. Look for the love. Do we need to be standing up closer or something?
I was going to say, every once in a while, just make sure you don't stumble off the edge of the stage, but find the end of the stage.
Swap over.
Because that gets you just a little bit closer, and you can wander. You can even wander out of the lights. Because these people, I wander over here, because so up close and personal, those guys. And I will do my best to stay out of camera range. For all the budding actors out there, and I get a lot of email from people saying, okay, what can Lucy and Renee tell us about acting? What's the most destructive thing you can do to a fellow actor?
This. Okay, if you guys are the camera, and we're having a scene, this is called 50-50, when you're in absolute profile, and you keep going, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah.
And this person has to go,
blah, blah, blah. So it's all on you.
Or if she's on camera and someone's back here and they're supposed to be doing the lines and they're having a cigarette. Yeah, Xena, that was really frightening, or something. They're not paying attention.
Or if
not that happens.
Okay,
really
so you're on her and
lucky.
I'm playing my off lines and I'm going blah 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 blah, and my hands going like this in front of the face, as we had happen very often. Ted Ramey, you know where you are. No, it's just a habitual, people are expressive or whatever. Over the shoulder, you've got to keep all your gesticulation out of their shot. It's just good manners.
And it helps when everyone is present and they're actually helping me to work. You got help me. Do you remember that? Oh, no.
You guys deliver a lot of your You guys delivered a lot of your offlines, didn't you, for each other? Whereas that isn't always common. Sometimes, lead actors don't. I would remember seeing, back behind the scenes footage, you would even do it for guest actors.
No, very seldom would you not do your offlines, because Renee and I care that they are as good as they can be. Only sometimes, on one occasion that I can mention, it's not as good for the guest actor, because sometimes they're a little intimidated and they're much better working off a double than you. So you know, you try to be sensitive to that.
Right. Renee said in an interview that there was a point at which you were ready to give up trying to be an actor. Uh-oh. Got a little outrage
Are you
here.
talking about me?
No, that was right. In other words, so what? I sent her away.
Now.
She's going to pout. Okay, she'll cry.
Yeah.
What was that point?
Oh, well, just very briefly, it was, must have been a year before, 2 years before I started Xena, and I just wasn't sure I was on the right path to reach the career that I wanted, and just decided, I don't know, you know, decided after some reflective thinking that I should keep going. And I'm so glad I did, because I've definitely become a different person from working with Lucy and having the character of Gabrielle. It's pushed me beyond what I ever thought I could do, so it's been great.
That's something that I frequently hear, that the ones who don't, not necessarily the ones who don't make it, but once you give up, then you're not going to stand a chance, right? What you do? What you do?
I don't know.
Would you?
I keep
Lady
staring at
in
her
the
nose
corner.
ring.
Bad Lucy came today. I got up this morning and good. So Bad Lucy showed up.
Is that nose ring real? Did you have it pierced today? We should, because there are going to be a lot of pictures of that nose ring.
I know.
I know, but if you take it out, it's a very discreet hole, so it's fine.
It's a very discreet hole, she said.
Unlike the ones in my...
Do you think you would have ever given up trying to be an actor? Lucy?
I did have one of those crises of faith a couple of years before Xena, probably, but and I was sitting on this big red beanbag at my parents' place watching the Oscars, and Whoopi Goldberg was comparing that week, and she said, and for all those kids out there who want to be up here, you better believe it, kid. And I went, yeah, damn, I'll stick with it. And I'm so glad I did. I'm not very good at anything else.
The pairing up of actors is a gamble. At what point, so you met each other and you had nice dance lessons together over at Lucy's house, but then you had to go to work and start acting. At what point did you realize that you were going to work well together? Can you remember?
I don't think there was ever any question of it.
Really? Why not? You were two strangers. How would you know that you could do that?
That's a very probing question,
Sharon.
Sharon.
I don't
Good
know if
one.
it was so much about...
You know, nobody ever asked us that before.
Yeah. For me, I don't know if it was so much about not being able to work together, but about becoming really good friends. That probably, that evolved, didn't it?
And I think by the 8th episode, when we were starting to get all the, you know, the subtext feedback and feminist role model stuff, I think that's when Renee and I probably knitted a bit tighter because you were asked. No. No, because relationship on, perhaps. It was something that we both went, that's funny, let's, you know. Yeah. So that would have been our first professional hook, I guess.
You've also both talked about the difference in your acting styles. So was there a period of time of learning to meld them together? No.
Yes, yes. Yes, there was. It was in the 5th season, and Renee and I, because we had always acknowledged our differences, but never tried to understand them and pull them apart, because I was not an analytical person. We would just argue.
Yeah.
When we'd go, no, but
when you try this...
And then we started to open our ears up properly and see where each other was coming from. And I borrowed a bit from her that worked for me, and
I
she
definitely borrowed some from you. Yeah,
we borrowed a lot from each other, and we still approach things differently because our brains work differently, but we got a common language at least. But she'll never let me run lines with her because Renee does all these play readings and things. She's quite active with after school activities of reading plays and after work, you know. Yeah. And so Renee's learning all these scenes, right? And I'm going, I'll help you. And she's going, no, thank you. No.